Ken Trahan, Lenny Vangilder for SportsNola.com. It's our first NBC Bank weekend review, and not a very good review for the New Orleans Saints, who got whipped, handled easily by the Denver Broncos. And there was just really never a contest, Lenny, after the second quarter.
No, not at all. And, the one thing that was interesting, Denver went down the field late in the second quarter, ended up getting a field goal to make it a two-score game, 17-7.5, got the kickoff and went down the field, touchdown, 24-7, and basically that was it. And, the one thing you maybe would have liked to seen, I know you pointed out this morning, use a timeout with 40 seconds left there. At least give yourself a chance to maybe go down and try to match that three that Denver's about to put up to keep it a one-score game at halftime, because you know you're not getting the ball to start the second half. Other than that, the Saints just got thoroughly whipped on both sides of the football. Denver, great scheme. Don't get lost in the fact here. John Fox has played against Drew Brees twice a year for 5 years, from 2006 to 2010. And, that's, he knows how to, and he's had a lot of success defending against Drew Brees and the Saints when he was in Carolina. In fact, the last time they scored single digits with a Drew Brees quarterback team was at Carolina, 30-7 loss.
Yep. So they couldn't run the ball. They didn't have the opportunity to. They fell behind by too many points again. And obviously Peyton Manning can still play, and make no mistake about it, Peyton Manning was motivated for this game. It meant something to him.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I think he remembers what happened 3 years ago, and the fact that he, had to watch last year from the sideline while he was still rehabbing that neck injury as the Colts took a 62-7 beating on basically the same spot on the schedule a year ago. And, I'm sure it did mean something to him. He's coming to New Orleans and had some of his better games. We remember the 6-touchdown game he put up against the Saints back in 2003. And, of course, he had a great game to open the 2007 season as well up in Indianapolis. So he has had great performances, and maybe this is the last time he gets to play against the Saints in his career. Who knows?
Tulane with a 55-45 win over UAB. Ryan Griffin, Conference USA Player of the Week. Special. He had a great game. Couldn't be happier for him. Couldn't be happier for Curtis Johnson and his staff. And I don't think they're finished. I think they'll win again.
I think so, too. I mean, what's interesting, and what our society has come to now is we're very knee-jerk now in our opinions. One little snippet changes how we think of things. And, it wasn't but 3 weeks ago we were thinking, could Tulane possibly win a game? Well, now all of a sudden, Tulane's won 2 of the last 3. Rice coming in, Memphis after that. Hey, let's not forget the fact if Tulane can put together four more in a row here, all of a sudden they're bowl eligible. It's not, anything's possible at this point. And the preseason expectations that we had of maybe a 4-win kind of season, those are very realistic and back into play all of a sudden here. And a lot of it's on the healthy shoulders, if you will, of Ryan Griffin, who had an outstanding game. And hey, we mentioned in this very spot, well, not this spot, but in front of this video camera on Friday, this had a chance to be a track meet. It's exactly what it turned out to be.
100 points worth, in fact, so good for them. LSU, Alabama this week, let the hype begin.
Absolutely. And, LSU had a week to think about it. Alabama had to play. But Alabama really certainly wasn't looking ahead, and you wouldn't expect as much out of Nick Saban. The number I think I've heard now, Alabama's up to a 10-point favorite in this game. I mean, Alabama is really regarded far and away as the number 1 team, although there's one of the computers out there that the BCS is using, has Alabama ranked 7th right now and 4th in the SEC. I want to know what this computer model is using. Hopefully that's not the one that they're using to track Sandy right now, I hope. But
was it made in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I don't know. But that is bizarre to me. And the one thing, LSU obviously can put themselves right back in the national championship picture with a win on Saturday. Maybe, because there's still 3 other undefeated teams, even if they beat Alabama, and who knows what is going to happen. It's going to be a fun month in November in college football.
Hornets open with the Spurs Wednesday night. We'll see who's on the floor. We're not sure yet in terms of injuries. We'll see. That should be fun. And then high school, of course, you can watch number 1 Rummel against Jesuit on WHNO Channel 20 Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You won't want to miss it. Some really good players on the field. 2 really good teams. That's Rummel Jesuit Tuesday night, 8 p.m. on WHNO Channel 20. Sports NOLA TV Monday night, 6 p.m. on WHNO Channel 20. Ricky Jackson, no doubt, will have lots to say. We certainly do look forward to it.
It should be fun.
All right, Lenny, thank you. This has been our first NBC Bank weekend review. And, of course, we salute Ashton Ryan and First NBC Bank for their continual support. For Lenny Vangilder, I'm Ken Trahan. God bless you. Have a great week.